Welcome to springlib.
So we want to go through the 7 steps of hypothesis testing for a paired t-test in order to determine whether the experimental conditions had a significant effect on the animal's heart rates. So the null hypothesis would be that there is no significant difference in heart rates before and after the experiment, which would mean we could say something like the mean difference is equal to 0. And the alternative hypothesis is that there is a significant difference in heart rates before and after the experiment. So we could say the mean difference is not equal to 0. Our significance level we'll set at 0.05, which is pretty standard. And then we need to calculate the differences between the before and the after. So I'm going to do the after minus the before. So we've got 115 minus 70, which is 45. And then 128 minus 84, which is 44. And then we have 58, a difference of 61. 53, negative 5, because it's 115 minus 120. 0, 73, 52, and 71. And now the mean of the differences would be the average of these 10 values. Add them up and divide by 10, or use a calculator with a stats package and enter the data. And we get 45.2. And now the standard deviation of the differences, again, I'm just going to use a calculator. And I get about 26.92. Because we're going to need both of these to compute the t-test statistic, which is the mean of the differences over the standard deviation of the differences divided by the square root of the sample size. So that'd be 45.2 divided by 26.92 over the square root of 10, as 10 is the sample size. And so 45.2 over 26.92 over the square root of 10 is about 5.31. And we compare this to the critical value for the so we need a critical t-value, which would be, since this is a two-tailed test with 9 degrees of freedom, because that's 1 less than the sample size, from the student t table we can see that the critical value is 2.262. Then we need to compare and make a decision, and our calculated t statistic again is 5.31, comparing that to 2.26. Since that is greater than our critical, that would mean we reject the null hypothesis. And then the last step would be the conclusion, and since we rejected the null hypothesis, we would conclude that there is a significant difference in heart rates before and after the experiment. The experimental conditions had a significant effect on the animal's heart rates.